Hi everyone, welcome to week 8. This week we'll continue to focus on the top half of the figure, specifically on arms. So just like I've been doing for the last few weeks, I started out with a bunch of studies from Hampton's Figure Drawing Design and Invention, and then I immediately moved on to drawing on top of photos. Arms are kind of difficult for me. They've always been sort of the most difficult anatomical part for me to understand because they can move around so much, and so it requires a lot of studying because of the various positions. But I tried my best to pick references with arms in different positions to draw over them, and also when I was drawing from the references, sort of my own characters, I tried my best to vary up the positions as much as I could. Now, as usual, my drawings are probably packed with mistakes because I'm still learning, but these are the exercises that I find the most helpful, so I just want to share them with you. So after all the studies from photos, I decided to do something different. I picked an artist, Alphonse Mucha, and decided to study how he draws arms in his own works, because what I'm trying to achieve is a line that is simple, but it also conveys a lot of information. I don't want to go too realistic, but I also don't want it to go too cartoony. And I find that he has kind of a good balance in this sense. So I'm gonna pick him as reference, as was suggested to me by Matt, my teacher at drawingtutorialsonline.com. Actually, I should have probably done studies of the entire figures, but I was really bored and tired and lazy, so I just went for the arms. But in the future, I'll try to do more complete studies so that I can learn how he handles all the parts of the body as opposed to just the arms. But since this week that was the focus, I thought I'd stick to that. Once I was done with all the studies, I tried to create some characters from photo reference. I'm quite happy with how they turned out. I did a few girls and a guy, I think. Part of the issues that I encountered were mostly with the clothing. Eventually I plan on focusing on clothes a lot more and zeroing in on how to simplify the folds, so that just like I was mentioning before with the line quality of the arms, I want to use very few lines to try to convey as much information as possible. And I think that's really important, otherwise it becomes too realistic and complicated. I don't want it to be an overly detailed drawing. I just want it to be very, very simple and effective. And that's everything for this video. It's kind of short, but I feel like there's not that much more to say compared to what I did last week. Next week, we're still going to focus on the top half of the figure. Specifically, we're going to try and finish a few and color them so as to recreate some kind of, I don't want to say portfolio page because I don't think we're gonna be focusing on detailing and rendering that much, but still at least to have a baseline that I can compare myself to in the future when I look back. So that's what we're gonna do next week. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye everyone.